Hello, Jessica Frost-Ballas here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing an interactive box pop-up card featuring one of my favorite summer activities and lots of tips to customize the scene, so let's get started. First, I die cut the box shape from the Scalloped box pop-up card die set twice from chili pepper cardstock and once from white cardstock. Then I die cut the panels for decorating the flaps of the box card from white cardstock. I also die cut the hills from the Shadow box card die set with Noble Fir cardstock. I die cut the simple grassy hillside dies from Noble Fir cardstock as well, and then run those through my die cut machine with the panel die from the Scalloped box pop-up die set to get the panel tabs and shape, but with the grassy top. Next, I fold the red cardstock along the score lines and crease it with a bone folder. I don't want the side flaps of the box cards for this design, so before going further, I carefully cut those off along the score lines. I want to give my box design the feel of an old-fashioned red and white striped popcorn cup, so I take the white cardstock piece and trim off the scallop pieces in long lines. Then I adhere those to the red cardstock scalloped panel, alternating to create my red and white design. Next, I use Milo's ABCs to spell out my birthday sentiment on an acrylic block. I stamp it with black ink on one of my white stitched panels. Then I use a Copic multiliner to add a hyphen, and since I didn't have enough bees to do it all in one stamping, I added afterwards. Next, I stamp a bunch of images from various lawn fawn sets with Copic-friendly black ink and color them with Copic markers. I've stamped the squirrel and bird couples from Happy Hugs, the foxes and rabbits from Upon a Star, the cat from Keep on Swimming, the ticket from Coaster Critters, and the snacks from Screen Time. I had an unfortunate incident with my cat and my iced coffee, so I didn't get all of the coloring captured on camera, but hopefully you'll get a general idea of my coloring from what I did get. I use warm, neutral, and cool grays for some of the critters, and then YR and E shades for the other critters. Most of my coloring is 3 marker blends, starting with the darkest color first and blending up to the lightest. We're lucky enough to have a drive-in theater in town, and my family tries to make a point of visiting at least once a summer. The drive-in, of course, has parking for cars, but also a grassy area for people to sit outside in front of the screen, and that was the inspiration for today's card. You could vary the critters you use for this design and work with what you have. I mostly wanted to show every viewer-facing view of a critter I could find among my sets. Once I finished coloring, I die cut everything with the coordinating dies. Next, it's time to create my movie screen, complete with a classic summer blockbuster. I take one of the stitched rectangular panels from the Scalloped box pop-up card set and stamp the shark from Dunna and the bunny from Smooth Sailing with Copic-friendly ink. And before I finish with the stamps, I re-stamp the images onto masking paper without re-inking. Then I cut the images out of the masking paper and place the masks onto my stamped panel. Next, I take another strip of masking paper and mask off my skyline. I blend Uncharted Mariner and Salty Ocean Distress Oxide ink for my water. Then I move the strip to cover the water and blend tumbled glass for the sky. I remove the masks and color the shark and bunny with Copic markers. When I'm doing masking, I like to do my blending first, just in case I make a mistake. Blending is a faster process for me, so I'd rather redo the blending if something goes wrong than have to spend another hour coloring images. I use cool grays for the shark and toner grays for the bunny. Of course, you can probably guess the movie I'm recreating here, but since both the bunny and shark are smiling, we're going to assume that the shark is going to hang out with his bunny friend and not eat him. Once that's finished, it's time to start assembling my card. First, I add 1/4 inch double-sided tape to both side tabs of the red panels. I apply adhesive to the back of my sentiment and add that to the red and white striped panel. Then I attach my movie screen to the other red panel. Finally, I remove the adhesive backing off the side flaps and attach the two red panels to each other. You'll adhere one side flap to the side of the other panel that doesn't have a side flap. You could create any sort of movie scene you'd like. I ran out of time, but I was also considering making an interchangeable screen using thin magnets instead of adhesive and creating a Jurassic Kingdom scene or a Top Gun Maverick or Star Wars scene. The possibilities are endless, and you could definitely change things up to suit the card recipient. Next, I adhere my critters and their movie snacks to the 3 grassy panels. I keep the smallest critters closest to the scene and the largest critters further away to help give the illusion of depth. I also adhere the tiny bird to the top of the box. Next, I fold the side tabs and add 1/8 inch adhesive to the tabs. I adhere one side to the inside of the box and then fold the box flat to adhere the other side. This helps make sure everything will eventually fold flat. Finally, off camera, I add the tickets to the sentiment flap for a little extra fun. And that's it. You can find more information on the products I used in the YouTube description below or over on my blog. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe, make sure you click the bell so you're notified the next time I post. Here are a few more videos you might be interested in, and until next time, have an amazing day and happy crafting. Bye!